Hey everybody, welcome back to the Haven Family Farm. You get the pleasure of seeing me today without my hat on and my wonderful flat hat hair. So today's video is, I guess, kind of bittersweet. Showing you guys something new that I got here. It's kind of nice to have it, and in a way kind of not nice to have it, and I'll explain here just in a minute. In the garage here, the heater, you can probably hear the heater running in the background. When I turn the camera around here, and I'll show you what I got, and we'll do a little explanation as to why it's here and whatnot. So without further ado, let me turn this camera around. Alright, so don't pay any attention to my messy shop. Focus on the big orange thing in the middle of the screen. Yes folks, that is a Kubota mini excavator, and at this point, a lot of my regular viewers are shaking your heads going, what in the world is that guy doing? I know you are. I can see you doing it. Don't deny it. This is a Kubota KX033-4 mini excavator. It does not have emissions on it. It is just under the horsepower rating. So it is not required to have any type of emissions whatsoever. There's no filter, there's no DEF fluid, there's nothing on it. It's about an 8,000 pound machine. If anybody's interested, just as a side note, this machine does have a hydraulic factory thumb. It originally, when it arrived here, it did not have that on there. I had a thumb, an aftermarket thumb, that I had purchased for a different machine a couple of years ago. I never used it. So when I got this machine, I did not get the thumb kit for it. I was going to use the other thumb, and it didn't work out. So I ended up, they sent me this thumb, and I did an install video on it, obviously already because the thumb's on it. So that video will be coming out sometime after this one. So I did run into a few hiccups in the video, so anyway, that video will be coming out after this one. So it does not have the hydraulic angle blade, but again, this year you get what you get. So the hydraulics on it have been turned way up, so even though the horsepower is down a little bit under that cutoff for the emissions, the hydraulics have been turned up on it. Kubota was able to do things with the pumps and whatnot, and it's actually a very, very powerful machine and very smooth and fast running machine for the horsepower that it is. It's very impressive. So it does have cab, air conditioning, heat, of course. I think I may put a radio. It does have the kit for it. The radio would go right there. You can see the antenna. It does have a nice screen in it with all sorts of different functions. You can change the control pattern depending on what style you like to run. Spacious cab, nice big foot pedals, all that jazz. It's a nice machine. I do, from my other machine that I have, this is a 24-inch bucket. I do have a 16 sitting out there for it, and if any of you regular viewers remember, I did a skid steer style bucket build for my other mini excavator. I still have that bucket, which will fit on here. So yeah, so getting back to sort of why this machine is here. Why is it good? Why is it bad? Well, I don't know. Why is it bad? I guess, I don't know. There's no real good way, I guess, to explain it other than, again, for the regular viewers, I had hoped to transition into about 75%. We were working towards being able to be, over the next few years, working towards mainly doing farming activities as our main source of income. And part of that includes, agritourism type things, which some people may not consider true farming, and that's okay. We do a lot of hay and things like that. And we do have a retail store that was closed, and we were going to reopen it this year, selling mulch and topsoil, and of course our gift shop and things like that, as part of our agritourism and whatnot. And of course, we had started, we were going to do some equipment flipping and things like that to sort of supplement the farm until we were able to continue to expand that. This year we had added some produce, so there was all sorts of things that we were going to do with the farm to try and make that sort of our main income. And then this year happened. And boy, what a year did we pick to make that transition. So agritourism basically tanked. Our governor here in Pennsylvania shut a lot of stuff down in the spring. We didn't know what was going to happen for the fall. They kept saying things are going to get worse in the fall. We were afraid we were going to get shut down in the fall, so we didn't plant the corn maze. We didn't do much with pumpkins. We didn't do much of anything. So basically, our budget and bank account took a tremendous hit this year. Hay season was okay. I've pretty much sold out of all the hay that I've made. I'm waiting on a couple people to come and pick up the remaining hay that I have left, but I've pretty much sold out of everything, which is good. But we had a rainy start, and then we had a dry spell, and it could have been a little bit better. I would have sold what, if I had more, I would have sold more. So hay season wasn't great. And then with my sinus issues, I really didn't get to do much other work, just not feeling good. So overall, it was a lousy season. So our hopes and dreams this year, what we built upon the last few years, working towards being able to transition more towards full-time farming, has gone out the window. And I am going to have to go back to doing a lot of excavating type work. And basically over the next 2, 3, 4 years, nobody really knows this thing, how long it's going to take to go away. People are working on vaccines and whatnot, and it's going to be with us for a while. So nobody really knows what the new normal is going to look like. So basically, I'm going to have to go back to doing some of the work that I was trying to get out of doing. So that's why this machine is here. We have to make income somehow, and it's great. I love running an excavator, so that part makes me happy. I like having the machine here. Of course, it's really handy around the farm, but it takes me away from my true passion, which is farming and doing that sort of thing. And I'm not sure what order you're going to see these videos, but it cost me my M4. That Kubota tractor, the M4 tractor loader, is no longer here. You may have seen that video, you may have not. I could not afford to keep that tractor, and this is going to make us a lot more money than that tractor will. So there's just not money in the budget for both of these items. So unfortunately, we have to look and say which one's going to make more money for us, and this one is what is going to. So throughout the videos this fall here, and again, not knowing which ones are coming out when, you may have seen a few new little things kind of popping up here and there. I have sold off a lot of equipment, kind of odds and ends, pieces that I've collected over the years, not knowing exactly what direction our farm was going to be headed, but I've sold off a lot of pieces of equipment, things that were paid for, to generate some funds, to do some different things here this year. Maybe as I'm yakking, we'll kind of hop up in the cab and whatnot. So some of the pieces of equipment that you have seen here have been paid for by sales of other equipment on the farm here. So we have kind of cleaned house a little bit here and sold off some things. So things are kind of in turmoil right now. Everything's upside down. We do have, and I might make a video about it for another time. We have a lot of plans for next year to try and help us get back on track. But at any rate, here's the machine. This is what it is. As I said, oh, there's the KX033-4. So that's why it's here. We'll get into a little bit more detail of our plans and things for next year. We have a lot of things planned with the farm that are going to be able to happen because they're outdoor activities that won't require us to clean things and whatnot. And that's one thing that hurt us with the fall stuff this year. But again, separate video. But that's why the machine's here. We're gonna have to go back to the routine that we had in the past and change things up a bit. So anyway, there it is. Look forward to seeing some videos of this thing digging in the dirt and doing some projects coming up. We definitely have some projects coming up. We'll be doing some reviews with the machine and kind of comparing it to the older version, the KX91 we had. So questions, comments down below. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of you are shocked by this. I kind of am too. And this year has really not been a good year. Really set us back, turned everything upside down. So I hope that everybody else is doing okay. Stay safe out there, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next video.